If you're raising with safes or planning a priced round, there's one question that matters. How much of the company did you actually sell? Let's make that crystal clear. A safe is a simple agreement for future equity. Investors give money now for a promise of shares later at your next priced equity round. Two main negotiation points: the investment amount and the valuation cap. It's not debt, there's no interest and no maturity date, but the moment you sign, you've committed future ownership. Track it. Post-money safes make dilution easier to visualize. Post-money means after all safes convert. The quick rule of thumb is investor ownership equals investment divided by the post-money cap. For example, if an investor puts in $1 million as on a $6 million post-money cap, they'll end up with about 16.7%. That's a real slice you've sold, long before the priced round paperwork. Safes also spell out what happens in three scenarios. You raise equity financing and they convert. There's a liquidity event such as an acquisition, or the company dissolves. When in doubt, read that section. It's your instruction manual. At a priced round, three things happen in order. First, SAFES convert into preferred shares. Second, the employee option pool is created or topped up, usually around 10%. Third, new investors buy shares at the negotiated price per share. The order matters because ownership percentages depend on each prior step. A quick way to check the math: post-money valuation equals pre-money plus new money. Investor ownership is roughly lead dollars divided by post-money. Founders often fall into traps. One is forgetting SAFE dilution. You may think you still retain more control of the equity, but after SAFE conversion, it's much less. Another is over-optimizing valuation caps. Spending weeks moving a cap from 8 million to 10 million might shift final ownership by just 1%. Hardly worth the delay. A third is mixing SAFES and convertible notes casually. It's possible, but adds complexity with interest and maturity dates. The real lesson is that cap table literacy equals control. Even a basic spreadsheet works early on. Track the founders, issued options, unissued pool, and the implied ownership from SAFES. Know today's percentage and what it looks like after conversion. Bottom line, use post-money logic and understand the order of operations, and run the quick math before you commit. Build with clarity.